You, after the election, I remember, and I was a little surprised because I know that a lot of the crowds, and you had a lot of big crowds who chanted "lock her up" on Hillary. And after the election, you said, you know what, let's move on. Do you feel that way today?
No, not really. But I will say this. I'm talking into the future. We can never allow these treasonous acts to happen to another president. This was an attempted takeover of our government, of our country, an illegal takeover. And if it were the other way around, where I was doing it to President Obama or a Democrat, it would be virtually the maximum sentence that you can find no matter where you look in whatever legal book.
Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. On today's podcast, we will be covering an article from the Daily Herald entitled "Anthony Weiner Ordered to Register as Sex Offender." In my personal opinion, I don't think this man should be walking amongst the public. I believe he should be locked behind bars in a federal prison for what he has done. Also, we'll be going over a Q Blue Twitter thread. If you're unaware of Q Blue Sky, I would definitely follow them on Twitter. It's entitled "The Secret Coup on America, Operation Paperclip," a secret program in which German scientists, engineers, and technicians were taken from Germany to America for U.S. government employment. Elite hide their true bloodlines, question everything, Anon dig, at POTUS, at General Flynn, at QAnon, Saturday morning. But before we get into any of that, my friends, will you please welcome our new sponsor, Noble Gold. Hey friends, Thomas here from True Reporting. Today I wanted to tell you about the President Trump 2020 Freedom Coin. Mine came in a few days ago and I love the way it looks on my desk. It comes in silver or gold, making it an investment in precious metals and a timeless tribute to our President of the United States. The front features the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Against all odds, President Trump was able to overcome the Republican establishment, the corrupt media, the cabal, and Hillary Clinton and the Democrats to become the 45th President of the United States. The front of the 2020 Freedom Coin honors the president with an engraving of his bust. The reverse side highlights President Trump's accomplishments. First major tax reform in 30 years, lowest unemployment rate in 18 years, jobless claims lowest since 1973, and the Dow Jones at its highest in history. If you want to add one of these coins to your own collection, go to TrumpCoin2020.com. And don't forget to use the promo code TRUreporting to get a $5 off the silver and True Reporting Gold to get $100 off the gold coin. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. It says here, Anthony Weiner ordered to register as sex offender. Oh my God. New York former Representative Anthony Weiner was ordered Friday to register as a sex offender as he nears the end of a 20-month prison sentence for having illicit online contact with a 15-year-old girl. So 15 years old, they like to word this in certain ways because that's pedophilia, my friends. This is not an underage girl. It is, but they need to word it better for what it actually is, and it is pedophilia. A New York City judge designated Weiner a level 1 offender under the state's version of what's known as Megan's Law, meaning that he is thought to have a low risk of reoffending. Oh my God, complete crap. Weiner, a once rising star in the Democrat Party who served nearly 12 years in Congress, has been living in a halfway house since February after serving most of his sentence at a prison in Massachusetts. He's due to be released May 14th, but still faces 3 years of court supervision. Weiner, 54, must register for a minimum 20 years. He is required to verify his address every year, notify the state within 10 days of moving, and visit a police station every 3 years to have a new picture taken. Because of his low-level designation, which I believe is garbage, Weiner's information won't show up in the state's online sex offender registry, but will be available via a toll-free telephone number. Weiner didn't attend Friday's court hearing. Messages seeking comment were emailed to his lawyers. Weiner pleaded guilty in May of 2017 to transferring obscene material to a minor. Prosecutors said he had a series of sexually explicit Skype and Snapchat exchanges with a North Carolina high school student and encouraged the teen to strip naked and touch herself sexually. At his sentencing, Weiner said he'd been a very sick man for a very long time and said he had a sex addiction. Weiner's lawyer said the former lawmaker likely exchanged thousands of messages with hundreds of women over the years and was communicating with up to 19 women when he encountered the teenager. It wasn't the first time Weiner had been caught acting inappropriately. After sending a lewd picture of himself to a college student in 2011, Weiner claimed his account had been hacked, then admitted online interactions with at least 6 other women while married to top Hillary Clinton aide Huma Abedin and fellow cannibal. Weiner resigned from Congress only to try for a political comeback with a run for the New York City mayor in 2013. Then came the revelation that Weiner had used the alias Carlos Danger to send explicit photos to at least one woman after resigning from Congress. Weiner received less than 5% of the Democrat Party primary vote. Abedin filed for divorce from Weiner in 2017, but the two, who have a young son together, later agreed to discontinue the case in order to negotiate their separation privately. The investigation into Weiner's contact with the 15-year-old roiled the 2016 presidential campaign because emails Clinton had sent to Abedin were found on a laptop on the computer FBI agents seized from him. Huge little sentence right there, my friends. That led then FBI Director James Comey to announce just days before the election that the agency was reopening the investigation into the Clintons' use of private email server while Secretary of State. Days later, Comey said nothing in the new emails changed his views that Clinton could not be charged with a crime, blah, blah, blah. Nevertheless, Clinton felt damage was done and said Comey shared blame for her loss to Republican Donald Trump. Comey has said he made the announcement because he feared the news would leak, and he did not want it to appear that the FBI was covering anything up. My friends, we all know about the Southern District of New York. We know that laptop exists. We know that there is an Hillary Clinton Huma Abedin video that is of great proportion into the sadistic world of the elite. But we will wait on that, right? Just enjoy the show, as Q says. Furthermore, guys, let's check into this Q Blue Sky Twitter thread. I thoroughly enjoyed reading this. Very important stuff going on. I will start over. The secret coup on America Operation Paperclip, secret program in which German scientists, engineers, and technicians were taken from Germany to America for U.S. government employment. Elite hide their true bloodlines. Yes, they do. Question everything, Anon dig. So we'll pop it up. One more up. It says here, Eva Braun, Hitler's wife, and her daughter, Hussein's mother, Anne. Unbelievable. I've gone over this before, my friends, but this is just more on the same subject. Obama's Nazi heart, Grandpa, Adolf Hitler, Mom, and the stealth rebirth of the Third Reich. We could see here, if you've been wondering why America under aka Obama Hussein increasing resembles Hitler's reign of terror over the German people, if you've noticed how the American government is swiftly assuming the ugly shape of the Third Reich, National Socialism, if you've been witnessing international events with signature Nazi treachery, viciousness, and retaliation, time to meet a baby girl from 3/4 of a century ago. Baby girl Braun Hitler, daughter to Eva Braun and Nazi Third Reich Fuhrer Adolf Hitler. A baby girl falsely known in the wildly wicked world of the Hussein conspirators as Stanley Ann Dunham, mother to the man who fraudulently presents as Barack Hussein Obama II. And it says here, 1912, how did Hitler and Eva Braun meet? And we'll continue to scroll down. Project Paperclip, 1945. President Franklin Roosevelt. CIA was created in 1947. The OSS, 1942. Office of Strategic Services was a wartime intelligence agency of the U.S. during World War II, predecessor to the CA. We all know what that stands for. Founders, William Donovan and Franklin Roosevelt. Let's go ahead and check out this video real quick, guys. It's only a minute long.
Nazi scientists, some of them tied to war crimes, including horrific concentration camp experiments, brought to the U.S. in a secret program to advance American security interests during the Cold War. It sounds like the plot of a film drama, but it actually happened, and on a large scale. The story is told in the new book, Operation Paperclip. Author and journalist Annie Jacobson joins us now. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
So these were top scientists in the German war effort, sought out by the U.S. military as the war was coming to an end.
That's right. These were Hitler's top weapons makers, and Operation Paperclip became a classified military program to bring them to the United States. It also had a public face, so there was, on the one hand, the truth about the program kept secret, and on the other hand, the idea that we'll tell the public that these are the good Germans.
The good Germans, but they were dedicated Nazis, the ones you write about. We should say there are many, 1,600 in all,
Yes,
right?
yes.
You document about 21 of them, dedicated Nazis, some, as I said, involved in horrific stuff. What they did was known, right, to the people to the Americans who were seeking them out.
Certainly to the American military intelligence officers who were interviewing them. The idea that they were involved in war crimes was really necessary to be kept secret, and that's exactly what happened. And so in the book, I think I unveil a lot of the truth about this program that has remained clouded for decades.
So guys, absolutely, that is the backstory to what we're getting into as of now. We'll continue on. Joseph Goebbels, Minister of Propaganda of Nazi Germany from 1933 to 1945. He was one of Adolf Hitler's closest and most devoted associates. Hitler and Joe with children. We can see down here. Where are the children? So many untruths to unravel. And just take a look at these pictures real quick. And that's so true. It's very true that there's so many truths to unravel, because I believe, in my personal opinion, that 95% of history has been rewritten, and we really don't know how things came about because of this cabal, because of so on and so forth, that we don't know who's good and who's not good, who's a gray hat, who's a white hat, who's a black hat, because of blackmail, right? And you can throw in non-terrestrials, you can throw in time travel, whatever you want to. You know, I think that we need full transparency, as Q says, to move forward with anything. So continuing on, my friends, from these pictures, this is entitled, hashtag Project Paperclip. So it says, I'm not going to say that because I'll get flagged. Hail Caesar and Hitler. It says, Hail Emperor, those who are about to die, salute gladiators greeting, oath of Horody. Painting shows the three sons of Horodius swear on their swords held by their father that they will defend Rome to the death. Well, and there you have it, my friends, just to take a look. Picture of Angela Merkel, Theresa May, and Adalia Grabowski as teenagers. What are the odds all three grew up to be world leaders? Do you believe in coincidences? How many coincidences before it becomes mathematically impossible? And we've seen these pictures. You know, guys, it all boils down to transparency. We'll never know until the truth is brought forward. Russia compares Britain to Nazi propaganda chief Goebbels over Salisbury poisoning. Interesting, I just tweeted about the Joseph Goebbels, minister of Nazi propaganda. And it says here, Russia compares Britain to Nazi propaganda. Russia has compared the UK to Nazi propaganda chief Joseph Goebbels and warned the government it is playing with fire. So, my friends, very interesting stuff I wanted to share with you today. If you found this informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. I want to just thank every one of you for sticking with me through thick and thin. This has been a bumpy road, but we will persevere. Also, my friends, follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting, and don't forget to leave a like. The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth, my friends. Please stay kind and loving to one another, and I will talk to you all very soon. Have a great night, and goodbye.